Coach Anthony here with the Way of Life Boot Camp. Click below. All right, you want to click below for more information on what we do at the Way of Life Boot Camp. And our goal in the next 5 years is to change 10 million lives. Wait a minute. To give the tools for people to change, right? Because we can't change just anyone's life. We have to give them the tools and give it to them effectively in a curriculum and a system that they can take hold of. That's very simple, and they can run with it and create change wherever they're at. So that's critical. And of course, we're more than I'm more than, and we are more than just any kind of fitness coach or personal trainer or boot camp trainer. I mean, they're good. On the other hand, I believe to become great, you must build your mind and you must build your soul, your heart, and your spirit. That's what's critical. And so, mind, body, and soul. Real quickly, I want to speak about acceptance. And for me, actually, before I do that, I'm in New York City. And definitely is a dream come true to be able to come down, not only bring myself, but bring my kids, Isaiah and Alexis Nevaeh, and my wife, Nicole. This has just been a tremendous experience. And what we've been able to do is we were in Connecticut, myself and Forrest Folan. We connected with Brian Grasso and Carrie Campbell Grasso now with the Mindset Performance Institute. And we're always taking that knowledge in, brand new knowledge, whatever that is, so we can be more effective for our clients and most importantly for ourselves. Because you have to change yourself first before you change anything, or you put change out there. And so we're constantly and actively always learning, but about the mind and the heart, because that's critical. Real quick, I want to talk once again about acceptance. And this is very, very important because what we lack in this world is acceptance. There's a top 5 or 10% of people in all fields of life. There's a top 5 or 10% of people that are money earners. There's a top 5 or 10% of people that love on people and care for people unconditionally. There's a top 5 or 10% of people that come out with amazing ideas that create change, that are change agents in this world. And and that's just in anything that you think of. There's a top 5 to 10% of people, right? And that even works out in the workout industry. You look at these big box gyms. They bank on the fact that there's only going to be 10% of people that will pay $10.99 or $20 and will not cut that. I'm sorry, 10% of people that will actually go and work out, and the other 90% will pay $10 or $20, a low fee, and they'll never cut that off their budget regardless of rain or shine because they know that they're just going to pay it, right? And so these are statistics that we understand and know, right? And I don't have time to give you statistics on the 5 or 10% of people that are rich and wealthy and all that, right? But to be the top 5 or 10% in any field, especially in acceptance, is critical. Because accepting is you're going to have to accept people for who they are, or you're not. That's a choice, right? And so if you don't accept me because, well, let's just say I'm an alcoholic, right? Or I'm a drug addict, or I just constantly overeat, I'm just repulsive to you because of my gluttony, or because of my color, or because of my origin, or sexuality, right? People will cut the line on people because of this and not explore who the person really is, right? That's just one little part of them, right? And so don't just go off one little thing on a person or a couple attributes and say, you're cut, I can't stand you, I don't be with you. It's kind of like a Confederate and a Northern, right? Or a black or a white person hating a black person, or a black person hating a white person, or not liking someone because of whatever reason, right? And just now you can't, right? We're built for relationships, and what we're doing is when we don't accept, right? It doesn't mean that you agree. We can always agree to disagree, but many adults, men and women, say they do, but they really don't, right? I agree to disagree. I choose to, and I practice that on a daily basis. And when I become judgmental and start acting like I'm holier than thou, then I have to speak to myself, bring myself back down, cut my ego out, and start to go, okay, man, look at myself. Look at all the imperfections I have, the flaws that I have. How can I then go out and go, well, I'm not going to accept someone because of their imperfection and flaws. I may not agree. That's fine. I don't agree with a lot of people. I don't agree with a lot of things. But not to accept them is just foolish, right? But this must be practiced, right? Because all of us are ignorant in some endeavor. Yeah, there's no one that has learned everything that this life has to offer. And we wouldn't have enough lives to learn everything. But what we can start to practice and learn is acceptance, right? because that gives you the free flow to the energy and the gas that of passion that gives you the gas to be able to continue on with this life at a level that people are able to look at you and you're able to look at yourself and say, how did I accomplish that, right? So acceptance. Learn how to accept and to agree to disagree. This is Coach Anthony with the Way of Life Boot Camp.